Hi, how's it going? I'm Marlena. Thanks for wandering by. So today we're gonna do decks that are hot, hot, hot. Basically, a kind of like curated summer decks, but like even like a smaller kind of vibe inside summer decks. So, decks that are hot, hot, hot. I got this idea because I'm getting ready for next month for July. I hope this will, I'm gonna put this out before July. Anyway, this July I and this year I've been doing the Candy Reading Challenge 2025, and the book, so the prompt for the book for July is a book that is hot, hot, hot. So I'm definitely going to be doing also pairing that book with a deck that is hot, hot, hot. So I got the idea that I wanted to just like look at all my decks that kind of fit that vibe. So like these are going to be decks, and I've got Oracle and I've got Tarot. These are decks that are like kind of spicy, like sexy spicy. These are decks that like may even have fire in the title. They might be very red, hot, like think, like summer sweltering hot heat. I mean, it is very hot where I live. It is always very hot where I live. July and August are the hottest months of the year. We're talking like, upwards of 90, 95, but it feels like a humid, wet sweater every time you walk out the door. It's hot outside. It's hot outside. And so it's like temperature hot, but it's also like sexy, spicy hot kind of vibe. I don't know. It's like it's got those summer vibes, but it's got a little bit of an edge to it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking for this grouping of decks. And so yeah, I have a bunch of them. I have stuff going in the oven. So I wanted that my kitchen's like right off there. I kind of want to just like, talk about some decks. It's one of those deck parade videos that I've heard this term tossed around a couple of times, decks on parade, where you just like march out your decks and show them off. And I think that the term has been used positively and negatively, which I kind of love that. I kind of love that. Anyway, without any more like, hype here, let's just talk about these decks that are hot, hot, hot. In no particular order, we're just gonna look at the decks. So the first one is the Bad Girl Oracle. This is an indie deck. I am dying for the Bad Girl Tarot. I believe I belong to her newsletter. So this is Katie Skelly. I belong to her newsletter, and the Bad Girl Tarot, I think, is getting reprinted. So hopefully that'll be coming soon. So like, come on, this is spicy, right? The Bad Girl Oracle. It's got summer vibes all over it. I love this deck for it's an archetype deck, so I love it for shadow work. I love it for like getting in touch with that like kind of teenage young adult version of myself. Look at this. The siren, okay, right? So this has got like summer vibes, but also it's got like those kind of like sexy, spicy, I mean, it's a bad girl oracle. So yeah, the bad girl oracle fits the bill. So I guess I'm kind of like going through these to see like if I want to use, did I finish even saying that? Like I got this idea because of the reading challenge, Candy's reading challenge, and I'm kind of like looking to see if there's a deck that like absolutely stands out that I want to use in July for that prompt. Or if I'm just kind of like looking through them, just looking at decks on parade again, I guess. But I might talk about like, oh, I spoiled it. I might talk about one that I want to end up using in July. That's to say that. Anyway, there she is. They, Tarot del Fuego. I mean, fuego literally means fire in Spanish. So this is a hot, hot, hot deck. I haven't used it yet. It was gifted to me by a lovely person. Oh, it's in order still. This deck is crazy. This deck is so weird and different. It's hot, I guess. It does feel like summer. I mean, like all these reds and yellows and oranges. Let me skip ahead so that we can get to some of the minor cards because it's like Yeah, it's Fuego. I love it when people say, because fire is that like, term that folks are saying, and then they just translated it directly to Spanish and they're like, Fuego. It cracks me up. It cracks me up. But yeah, this is a hot deck. I think it's a good, did I show you the backs? Yeah. It's a good choice, right? For a deck that's hot, hot, hot. It's got, I mean, it's not like sexy. Although there's a bum. You can see the butt there, but it's not like sexy, like in the way that the Bad Girl Oracle is bringing those like sexy vibes. It's just hot. I mean, it's fiery. Yeah, it's very intense. That's another really good word for this deck. All right, let's grab an oracle. I have just things like piled over here. So the Kali Oracle, and I have the little pocket edition. Some of these decks you might remember if any of you have been paying attention to like me over time, the deck collection series that I did and all the decks that I thought that I was gonna let go of. I didn't. They just ended up staying and no regrets. Anyway, Kali feels like hot, 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 intense energy, right? So this is the pocket version, the Alana Fairchild deck. Some folks are not into the artwork by, what's this guy? What's the name of the Jimmy? Oh, I can't read the last name there. But anyway, this art style by this particular artist has mixed reviews. Some people don't really like it because it feels like male gazy. Um, and it is definitely sexy vibes for the goddess here, which I like. Personally, I like it. I like this deck better than the like big size, regular size, standard size versions of all of Alana Fairchild's decks. I don't really vibe with her guidebooks, so I just kind of like the little message on the back. I haven't used this deck in a super long time, so I think maybe this could be a fun one to pull out for July, when I get there. But it is definitely a deck that's hot, 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 hot. So this deck is so red. This is the Stunning Tarot. This, I mean, I guess there's things about it that feel kind of like sexy. It's just got this kind of vibe. Like I just am feeling this like, I don't know, with this prompt, with this, it just these are the decks that called to me that said that they might fit the bill for this. Yeah, it's a bit sexy. It's not all red, right? So the backs are all red. There's one suit that is all red, which is the cups, which I think is kind of funny. Um, it's not like outstandingly spicy sexy, but it just feels hot. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think the Stunning Tarot kind of fits in here. Let me get to some of these redder cards. Yeah, because of the mermaids. These are probably my favorite mermaids in a deck so far. So far that I've seen. King of Cups. So like, yeah, look at that devil. Yeah, this deck I mean, the colorway of it. Look at this Ace of Swords. So yeah, I guess the cups and the swords are all red in this version because this deck has lots of different colorways. Um, anyway, yeah, the Stunning Tarot. It's a spicy hot. I feels hot right now. It feels like it could fit the bill for that particular prompt, and it just feels like it's in this family with these other ones, right? Okay. This one, actually, I'm not sure. So this is an oracle deck. This might not work. But I grabbed it because it's very people-y. This might be a little bit too gentle, but it feels like summer to me. Maybe it's because I got it in the summer last year. Was it last year that I got it? This is the Local Honey picture box. It's an oracle deck that was sent to me for review. And I'm pretty sure I did a review of it. It's bowed a little bit. But this deck, I'm pretty sure I remember was the creator was like processing through um I don't know if it was a breakup or a really bad depression. But yeah, I guess this feels like summery, like that really, really hot summery vibe. I get off of this deck. Yeah, no, it does still feel like that because like I'm also always looking for decks that have like a tropical kind of vibe to them, and it's very hard to find. I have not found my perfect like tropical deck. And you guys, I don't know if I kind of want to low key make my own, but I can't. Look at this. This is yeah, this is summery. This feels hot, hot, hot in the way in the way that I'm thinking of it. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely nakedness in here. This is a good deck. It's very different, and it reads, yeah, it's intense, and it reads, I don't know, it's very personal. It feels very personal. I haven't used it in a long time, but yeah, I mean, the local honey picture box that could be one that might work, but I think it's kind of hot. I think it's like I think it feels like that summer vibe, you know, that really like just sweating your ass off summer vibe, not necessarily that it's sexy. Okay, this deck I picked because it's sexy. This is the Mythos Tarot, and it is a Greek mythology deck, but it's so not anything like the rest of the Greek mythology decks that I have. And I didn't think that I was gonna keep it, but I kind of I kind of have a weird soft spot for this deck now. Even though it's like just like beautiful people on parade, it's really like models and essentially just, you know, models in and portraits is what it is. And it's kind of hot. So I don't know that I agree like with all the choices specifically. Oh, did I show you the backs? These are the backs. It's got that gilding, but it's not the hurdy gilding. I think publishers have done better with like not giving us that hurdy gilding anymore. And if you get it, I think it's from like older decks. Anyway, but like we've got some very attractive people in this deck, right? I'm not sure whether or not this is AI generated. I don't think so, but I don't know for sure. But it is like, look at these people. They're gorgeous. So sexy. So I feel like, yeah, it fits. It fits the hot, hot, hot tag. I don't know. This could be a tag if you want to make it one. If you want to do a VR. So yeah, that's the Mythos Tarot. That's another oracle, and this is an oracle deck that I wasn't sure I was ever gonna keep, but I've kept it, and it's the Deep, Dark, and Dangerous Oracle. So this is a deck of like different mythological creatures and figures that are either deep, dark, and dangerous. So it's got that like kind of sexy vibe. I have done so many different things with this deck. I tried to put it together with a bunch of other Stacey DeMarco's decks. Look at that snake on the back and the red edges. I tried to like put it together with other decks, and then I separated it out again. But like, yeah, I mean, I think the theme here is what makes this deck kind of, you know, spicy and hot, and it's like dangerous. So that's why this might be more like, I don't know, but it feels like it could fit for summer. It feels like it could fit for summer. So we've got Valkyries, we've got Banshees, we've got I don't know how to say this more. I don't know how to say this particular creature's name. So it like, you know, crosses different pantheons and mythologies. We've got the Hydra. So this is, you know, I kind of like, I kind of get in the a vibe for something kind of cheesy. And this deck, unfortunately, sorry, Stacey DeMarco, it's a little bit cheesy, but I kind of love that about it. Sometimes when I'm in the mood, kind of like with the Mythos Tarot, because it feels like those kind of match, you know, that same kind of vibe, that like kind of cheesy, spicy, you know, summery, deep, dark, and dangerous oracle. So I feel like that fits the bill. Another deck, this could be sexy, but I feel like it's just like perfect summer, but it's like really, it also feels really hot it just feels really hot. But temperature wise, maybe a little bit like sexy wise. This is one of my favorite decks, the Muse Tarot. I love this deck a lot. I really need to edge it. I want to edge it. I've been meaning to do the edges in pink for like a million years, which is an exaggeration, obviously. But like this deck feels like it fits those vibes. It's got like desert, arid, but like the colorways are really I don't know. Maybe this does this one feel more spring than summer to you guys? But like, oh look, there's like underwater. Yeah, it does feel like it's like that hot kind of vibe. It's definitely summery, you know? The Muse Tarot. I love this deck so much. Yeah, look at that. I'm probably gonna want to pull this out for summer or sometime soon. Look at the sun. We have the sun. Yeah, Muse Tarot. That's a good one. I think it really fits this kind of like whole kind of vibe that we've got going on here. Let's grab another tarot. Yeah. So this isn't a Johnny bag. So this is the Supernova Tarot that's in here. The Supernova Tarot. This is such a fun deck. It's queer. This is mass market also. It's so like it's fashion, it's queer, it's hot, it's sexy. Look at that. Like it's fantastic. Yeah, it's super sexy too, but it's also like lots of fun. Um, I love this deck. I haven't used it in a while, so I feel like this would be a great one to pull out for the upcoming month. And oh my gosh, look at that. I love it. I love it. Yeah, it's very surreal in some ways too. I find some super sexy ones. Yeah, this is kind of Five of Cups, but make it sexy. I don't know. Ten of Swords is not sexy. I'd love for you to find me a Ten of Swords, but make it sexy. Oh my God. But yeah, let me find, yeah, look at these queens, right? Yeah, Supernova Tarot. This deck is so fun. It is, I think it fits this whole vibe for sure. A very kind of fun, sexy, summery, hot kind of deck. Um, all right. So then we have, oh, another deck that has fire in the name, Serpent Fire Tarot. This deck is also quite out there. It's a little bit like late summer vibes because it's got like all this like sunset colors in it. These are the backs. This deck and I still like not sure how I use it. I'm not sure how I want to use it. Like, I mean, obviously as a tarot, but like how it kind of fits in. Let me find some like, yeah, that's a good one. This is definitely sexy. There's a lot of nudity here in this deck, but it's hot, hot, hot. Like this is very like spicy. This is giving me like August vibes, though, maybe even into September. It's still very hot here in September. But yeah, I think that's a hot deck. Yeah, what do you guys think? Is it hot? Hot enough for you? Does it fit the vibe of what I've got going on here? This is like a little, I don't know, like a little party. Okay, so this one may not super fit the vibe, but it is definitely a summery deck. It's not sexy, but it's got like, the gardens and the goblins and gardens tarot. This is just feels like, the summer, right? It's a deck for the summer. It's super lush. I think that's what makes it so perfect for it, but I feel like it works alongside this whole other like set of decks, right? This parade. It's a good one. Oh my God, this mushroom guy. Like this deck is just super fun. I love all the fruits and veggies. I love the collage. It's really does its own thing. The guidebook is really weird and different, which I like as well. It's not, I mean, it's not a very typical tarot deck. It's definitely stretching the boundaries here of tarot understanding. So you just kind of have to do your own I don't know, intuitive thing with it. But I think it's just so pretty, so whimsical, so fun, and it feels like it's that like super hot outside. I mean, it feels hot because it's just outside in the summer with the sun and the green and the vegetables and the flowers, and it's just like, yeah, very much. Okay, let me do another tarot deck and then we'll do, I've only got a couple left. So this is another, I mean, I have to because of its name and its coloring, the Mars Power Tarot. I show this deck a lot. It I had called it my Rage deck, but I don't know that I'm only exclusively using it in that way anymore. Because I've done other types of readings with it, and it was a good deck to like help me kind of work through anger, literally. But this deck is so much more than that. I really love the artists, the creators, Six Sad Girls. Look at this. This deck is super hot. It's very fiery. It is so red. It is so red. Look at this. Look at that. Four of Pentacles. I freaking love it. It is, yeah. It's so weird and different. I think it's hot. Hot, hot, hot. I feel like it's not like sexy, like in the way that like the Mythos Tarot is sexy, but I just feel like it's hot. Like they're, I mean, it's very, very red, very, very red deck. So that's the Mars Power Tarot. I think that one fits the bill here. And then, oh, here's an Oracle deck. Well, so this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And you hang with me here. I probably should have shown this right after I showed the Muse deck because I feel like this deck goes so well with Chris Ann's deck. So with the Muse Tarot, with the what can I think of the name of the most popular one? The Light Keepers. Why can't I think of the name of it? Oh my God. I'll put it on the screen. How annoying is that? Anyway, this feels like the beach in summer, right? But it's one of the only decks that I get really like tropical vibes from, and but not be like, I want tropical but not necessarily only beachy vibes. So like it may be a little bit too gentle, and some of these are not necessarily tropical, but it may be a little bit too gentle to fit in this grouping with these other hot 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 decks, because it's not just like sexy. I'm like thinking hot like edgy and hot like temperature. So this might have too much of a gentle soft vibe to it, but let me find, see, like, like the tropical kind of vibes. But I want like tropical kind of edgy. I don't know. I'm like looking for something that maybe doesn't exist. That's a little bit tropical. This is a little bit springy. But I'm looking, where is that one card? I might have already passed it. Thunderstorms definitely feel like summer to me. These kinds of flowers. Yeah, this is a little bit like jungle vibes. Oh, I love a crane. Um, this deck I just love. It's just like one of my favorites. This is a beautiful card as well. I might have passed it. It might have been the first one. Was that the one? Anyway, oh, look here, more yeah, this is kind of tropical. Mermaid vibes. We've got palm trees. That's got, more desert kind of palm tree vibe. But anyway, the Sacred Destiny Oracle, I feel like it goes, I think it goes most with the Muse Tarot. But it's got that like tropical, heat, hot vibe. All right, two more. I wonder if you guys will agree with me on these last two. So let me show you the indie one and then we'll do the mass market last. So this is the Red Threads Tarot. I freaking love this deck, and out of all of the red threads, red seeds, I think is Linda Hill's brand name. This one's my favorite. It's a story of Ariadne and Dionysus. I don't think you get much hotter in so many different ways than Dionysus. But it's a little bit moodier in that way, but I think it's sexy too. It's very sexy, I think, personally. But this is also very raw sexuality, not like, I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. But I think it's, I mean, it's a love story, Dionysus and Ariadne, and there's, I mean, of course, a lot of nudity, but for me, like the colorway here is gives me such, like, those Mediterranean vibes, which feels hot and spicy. I love this deck a lot. It's a lot more serious, I think, than this, vibe that I'm got going here. It feels more serious, but I feel like it has the edge, and I feel like it has the color palette. Like these sunset colors do I mean, I don't know. I just love them so much. And I think her artwork is some folks love it and some folks don't. But yeah, I really enjoy the Red Threads Tarot. It's very, like, close to my heart and very kind of like meaningful. It's got like a very close tie to like things, working through things with my like spirituality and stuff. So yeah, it's a little bit more serious of a vibe than the others. So it might not, the others I was treating more kind of like in like a little bit of a fun, sexy, hot vibe. But I do think it fits for all the reasons that I already just said. Okay, and lastly, I do think this deck is hot, but it feels like hot because it's one of the only decks that I have that has like that Latino flavor, and it's not so Santa Muerte, the Santa Muerte Tarot. So Santa Muerte, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not 100% sure that the creator is of Mexican descent or is Mexican. And so I am not Mexican. My family is Cuban. Um Oh my God, look, it's the Two of Cups. Two of Cups. I love the Two of Cups. We're in the Two of Cups deck in right now. Um, but I don't know. I hopefully will be when I upload this. Anyway, because I'm probably going to get it out very soon. Anyway, but like, I know it's a little, stereotypical, but like Latino, spicy food for some cultures, not necessarily mine. um, but like a spiciness, a hotness, a sexiness, that I know is like a bit of a trope, a bit of a stereotype, but I also kind of really like it. I kind of really like that vibe. And Santa Muerte Tarot is one of the only decks. I had another deck that just didn't feel like that was Latino created, that it didn't work out for me. I forget what it was called, but I gave it away to a friend who is a Dominican, and it really, really sang for them. So I don't know. I'm still on the hunt for a tropical Cuban, more island vibe. But I do really love the Santa Muerte Tarot. It's got this edge to it, right? That has this like intensity that feels hot, temperature hot, vibe wise, not sexy, obviously. Well, I don't think so personally, because these are skeletons here. So it's not like sexy hot. It's more like intensity hot, like power hot, and beautiful. I love this artwork, and I had been back and forth about this deck because it felt like I wasn't sure if it was for me or not, but I'm glad that I kept it. And I'm glad that I have it. And yeah, that was it. That's the last one. So that's it. I flew through this, hopefully. Um, yeah, it was fun to make. I don't know which of these I will use in July, but I just wanted to look at decks that gave me this very specific feeling, that are like hot, intense, spicy, sexy, given that fire. Yeah, those, given that summer vibe, but that very specific, very hot, summer vibe, like a coming of age story, or like a, I mean, like a really intense heat, or like a, you know, just like sweating your ass off. That's just, and also like that sexy vibe. That's what I had going here in this mix. Um, Tell me what you think. What decks are you using here in this hottest part of the summer? Um, and if you want to make a VR out of this, you want to tag, make a tag, sure, go ahead and do that. Yeah, it was fun. So thank you so much for sticking with me. I hope that you enjoyed that. Again, tell me about your decks that you're using down below, or make a VR. And that's it. I'll stop rambling. I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.